Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your girl, Mariko Kitsukari here, coming at you with another different model to confuse you as to what my branding truly is. And I know what you're saying. Oh, wow, Makari, you've been gone for a while. And I know. Look, cut me some slack. I did a 2-year donathon. I was tired and exhausted. I deserved a break. I deserved it. So I did. I took a break. My holiday was great. I got to go away and I got to have some relaxing. I got to finally lie the fuck down for more than 5 seconds. And now we're back. Now we're here to vibe. We got a new model. We got some fun stuff to come in. Consistency of upload should be starting again in the near future. And what better way to come back to the brain rottedness of reactionary slop than checking out Maxor's new video. So, for those who may not know who I am, if this is your first time watching any of my content, please make sure to come by the Twitch side of things so you can join this lovely lot of the Twitch community. And if you're on Twitch, well, you should be over there regardless anyway, but please enjoy the content. Like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff that YouTube requires us to do so that I can even get an iota, a crumb of ad revenue. Oh, by the way, guys, what do you think of the new overlay? I think this looks much more clean for doing reactionary content. But for this video, we've got to start us back off into the tandem of reactionary slop. We've got Maxor's Helldiver video, which I'm told has a Jonathan Young video in Jonathan Young song in it. So I'm buzzing with excitement. So let's get this.
This video contains many certifiable thought crimes. Helldivers 2 is an amazing co-op shooter that plays exactly like No Man's Sky, except
he's out of line, but he's right. In the same sense that No Man's Sky is a world of free thought, and Helldivers is a world of free thought. Thank you for the reset, Mother Gamer.
Instead of exploring the cosmos, you die horribly in the Somme. Every copy of Helldivers 2 is personalized. Joel wanted me to fight 10,000 fire ants. In a universe where humanity is beset on all sides by curious wildlife and the actual Terminators, Super Earth, the galaxy's last point is that the entire managed democracy.
This is a dystopian future of America, which, oddly enough, with the state of current America, is actually very close to what current America is like. But I just realized as well, is Helldivers Fallout 4? Is Helldivers the Fallout universe? They're both very similar with that whole patrioticness and overly exaggerated American ideology of things. But I guess I'm just overthinking things. This is a Maxor video. Sensory overload time.
Its finest men, women, and children over 7 to liberate and spread freedom.
The average age of democracy.
Horrifying hellscapes known to man. Where work.
Wait, no. I'm sorry. That's not even out of line. Have you seen the average age of the people playing Fortnite? You damn well know that there are going to be some child soldiers out there that are about ready to be able to dunk us more than most regular soldiers could.
Crimes are not only justified, but are necessary. We play as the Helldivers.
100% necessary. If something can't be solved by a 500 kilogram bomb, use a 5,000 kilogram bomb.
There's no need to worry about that last one because we are incredibly expendable.
Wait a minute. Wait. I just noticed something. Wait. Dude, Maxor is level 56? This guy is gaming! I want to game with Maxor. Not so I can flex on the fact that I'm level 65 right now. But I feel like Maxor would be a fun dude to hang out with, too.
There's no need to worry about that last one because we are incredibly expendable.
Yeah, almost as expendable as my non-subscribers, which is why you should totally subscribe.
But through the power of teamwork, friendship, and 500...
Nah, dude. By teamwork, you mean the other 3 people who join you, who will spend the entire mission doing f***ing nothing. And when they die, they expect you to call them in within a second. But when you die, you have to sit there as if you're waiting for the countdown theme before you finally get called back in. I swear to God, every time I die, every time I join random groups in Helldivers, I'm sat there waiting for a billion years whilst I watch them figure out how to use the friggin' correct end of the gun without shooting themselves in the friggin' face. But when they die, they instantly start gatekeeping and calling me a friggin'... Anyway, rant aside. I love Helldivers.
We will fight for freedom.
And
for
democracy.
And
Liberty.
most importantly,
explosions.
because it's really funny.
It is really
Dudes
funny.
Be like,
this game is
2 is military
serotonin in the goddamn nutshell. It activates my neurons.
It worked. Triple the defense budget.
Not just triple, quadruple. Oh, it's the Jonathan Young song. Oh my god, this slaps. Yeah! Damn. Jonathan Young never hits a bad song. By the way, new
first thing you'll notice
Kari, by the way.
SES
Not going to pause chance much. Promise.
Is the incredibly stupid name. And yes, you are able to name
don't
other
call
things using the Wizard 101 naming.
I kind of wanted them I kind of want them to give you the option to be able to name your ship without you having a pre-selected choice. I want to be able to name my ship the SSS Bonafide. And if you get that reference, you are officially qualifying for a veterans discount.
You are able to name it other things using the Wizard 101 naming scheme. Things like the Pride of Pride, Star of the Stars, Patriot of
Princess
Patriotism,
of Audacity.
and my personal favorite, the Founding Father of Family Values, because this game has a lot of violence in movies.
Violence in movies and sex on TV.
Oh, here you see me depicted as the Soy Wojak. The second thing
I
you'll
want
notice
that
upon
guys
entering the
walking
bridge
on
is
animation
the
to be a
ongoing
green
galactic
screen
war, and that we are currently fucking losing the galactic war.
No,
which is why
not
we need
Malevolent
to suit up
Creek!
with exactly
PTSD,
3 of our
PTSD,
friends
PTSD,
and choose
PTSD,
which planet
PTSD,
is in
PTSD.
vital need of the democratic process. If you don't have any friends, then I hope you can speak good Mandarin. I think I did something to make him mad. But to win the
That's
galactic
actually
war,
my
we must
exact
first
experience in
understand
random
the
pubs.
galactic war.
I keep running into
We can
people who are
ill
so
afford
vocal
another
about their
Malevolent Creek,
dislike for my
which is
choice
why
of
I'm going to go over
stratagem.
each of the 2 fronts that are currently reducing us to smears across the galaxy. And
Average.
I'm going to do it at difficulty 7 or above, which is coincidentally.
If you're doing it on anything less than difficulty 7 after having gotten to level 20, you're slacking.
You're not helping pushing the democratic growth of the Super Earth needs. In fact, if you are pussyfooting around and enjoying your very small social life in level 3s and below after having gotten level 20, you're officially slowing the growth of democracy, you liberty-opposed... Treason! Yes, treasonous bastards!
The
Wow,
perfect
words are
enlistment
hard.
age. On the left-hand side of the political spectrum, we have the Automaton Front, an enemy
God,
focusing...
watching this makes me want to go back and make another Helldivers 2 video. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen my Helldivers 2 video, guys, you absolutely should go and watch that. I made a very, very poignant example about what this game's all about. Just saying.
on range tactics, heavy armor in slight excess, and an
What do you mean
extremely
slight
high amount
excess?
of
At the time this video
explosive
came out, they
ordnance.
just introduced
I'm
Striders.
out of here, guys, later.
Those things are fun
If
as
that
fuck to
sounds
fight.
a little bit intimidating, then don't worry.
No, none of it's
I haven't even
intimidating.
gotten to
It
the
just
horde
gives
of
more
angry
glorious
chainsaws
opportunity
yet.
for democracy.
Chainsaw Man reference goes in the video here. But talking about the Automaton Front is never complete without talking about the fucking Creek, or as it is known by our honored veterans, Space Vietnam.
Don't talk to
This
me-
goddamn
Don't
planet
talk
has
to me
been
about the Creek, man.
single-handedly
Don't talk to me
responsible
about the Creek.
for most of our casualties. Is this SpongeBob? And that is
I love the ragdoll
genuinely
physics,
impressive,
dude.
considering
They're more
that,
fun- they're like-
10 million men have already died in the Battle of the Madagascar
Wearing
Lemur.
explosive armor means
Those are
you're
considered
only
rookie numbers,
really gonna
and we're
die
already
to full
outpacing
damage.
the Taiping Rebellion. In fact, every single military operation we conduct is in some way related to Malevolon Creek. And
Yup.
personally, I don't really see what all the hype is about.
And dude, it got to the point where the developers have even honored Malevolon Creek. There's a cape in the game that honors Malevolon Creek fighters, and in case you didn't know, they've now made it so that on the I think it's the 3rd of April every year, it is officially classified as Malevolon Creek Remembrance Day, where everyone shall get together at midday and honor a 3-minute moment of silence for those who died at Malevolon Creek.
After all, it's just one planet. How important could one planet possibly be?
I am a human supremacist! I am a human supremacist! Our supremacy will not end on this planet! I am a human! We will go interdimensional. We will unlock the secrets of the universe.
Hell yeah!
God has laid them out like Christmas
God,
presents
this
for
is so
his
good.
children.
Boot camp's got fucking weird recently. Malevolon Creek, and by extension, The
You
rest
see, it's all about the mind games. We convinced the robot, the automaton menace, that they needed to send every single one of their robots to Malevelon Creek. Malevelon Creek wasn't about the planet itself. It was about the message it sent by us retaking it. We made the automatons send every single one of their robots, every single iota of their force was dedicated to the Battle of Malevelon Creek. They overcommitted. It was the Napoleonic War all over again. And we played those robots like chumps.
of the front is essentially an exercise in how much PTSD one man can possibly get. Their firepower is so overwhelming, so absolutely constant, that describing it as an endless retreat where you accidentally accomplish all of your objectives would be very
Yeah, you can definitely tell this was made before the current issues happening.
This can occasionally push you into
like when this react goes up, we're dealing with Striders. I wonder what he would have made it into this video if he was fighting Striders.
Watching your slower friends get burned to death in the Makari.
Just die!
I will never unhear that scream. So yes, this planet may be what economists call a bad use of our human capital. But after dealing with several days of what I can only describe as angry forklift decommissioning.
Now, I'm not trying to conspiracy theorize. I'm not saying that the Helldivers are actually version 2.0 automatons, that as a Helldiver, you're actually just a clone. But I realize this message might now be redacted for conspiracy of treason. So if you don't hear this, guys, you'll know.
Oh shit, this motherfucker's not OSHA certified. You really need a stepladder for that, sir. Okay, call me crazy, but I think there's a turret around this corner, guys. Yeah, I fucking hate the creek.
I feel that, Bree, I feel that so hard.
Has become fucking personal. And honestly, I just want to see how many bodies one planet can hold. We lost Vietnam, we lost Afghanistan, and yes, we definitely lost America. So goddammit, I am not going to lose this shit to ones and zeros. God gave this galaxy to
Isn't it crazy that you've got games coming out at the moment like that new Star Wars game, and they're like, hey guys, for $70 you can get the base game with some of the stuff taken out. But you can pay $100 and get that quest that should have been in the base game added back in. Like, dude, how do we have such a dichotomy of games at the moment? Star Wars Outriders Star Wars Outlaws out there kind of trying to make you contemplate whether gaming should just be erased from the universe. Then you got Helldivers reviving people's faith in humanity. Yeah, no word of a lie. Like, Star Wars Outlaws, its base version of the game is $70. But if you pay $100, they'll give you a bonus quest. Because in this day and age, it's not about how much of a complete game we can sell you. It's how much of the game we can take out and sell back to you later. Which is, again, why I've probably been playing Helldivers an obscene amount by comparison to most of these bullshitty AAA story games.
Non-binary species, and service guarantees gender affirmation. Fun facts about the bot front. Number 10, man urinates on fellow passenger for not being allowed to smoke. Number 9, if you happen to make the mistake of fighting here.
Come on, Max, so you could have at least done the voice. Number 10, man urinates on robot for not being at the front. Number 9, World War I tier hell march.
You're quickly going to realize that most of our forces are Chinese.
Stupid.
Each one taking glorious revenge against the steel plants they work in. Very auspicious.
I can't get away from it. I can't get away from it. Everywhere I go, Warframe is around the corner. Everywhere I go, I'm faced with Warframe. I can't get away. I can't get away. I hate it.
Behavior, and conversely, we Guilo have been sent by our barbarian prince to fight the
I realized as well that the hug
roaches,
emote in this is basically the equivalent of trying to do the big daddy emote in Dark Souls.
That it is man who was made in God's image. Really can't wait to die on fucking
Dude, those ball titans literally shrug off 500 kg bombs. So stupid.
Sorry. The turbided population problem is a wide assortment of increasingly horrifying demons, each one abandoned by their creators in completely different ways.
I think very soon we're very likely going to get a advancement on the bug
We've got small
story.
bugs, big bugs,
We've been fighting robots for so long now, the bugs have kind of just been being chilling.
As artillery, and of course, the bugs that stalk you at night. Thankfully for us though,
yes, my
Napalm is an equal opportunity employer. And a lot of positions are open right now. That is to say, once you start fighting the bugs, you do not stop for about 40 minutes or so, because they just spawned a battalion from the ground like the goddamn Viet Cong for the 3rd time in a row, and I do not have enough raid for this shit. Good.
That sounds like treason to me. You always have enough raid for that shit. It's just High Command hasn't offered you the ability to use it yet. You haven't earned the right to extra stratagems. You have the amount of raid. You just need to earn it. Because in this society, you earn what you use.
Good fucking throw, dude. I just want to walk to the McDonald's, guys. I'm just a level 1 goblin.
POV, you're living in England, everyone's coming out to stab you. I mean, this is basically the most unviolent trip to the center of London.
Don't really know how they move between planets, and I don't think they have what you would.
This might sound treasonous, but we do know how they move between planets.
Super Earth puts them there.
That's not treason, that's just truth.
Call plan. Rather,
Not a conspiracy, man.
Appear
Just
in
the
places
truth,
they
man.
wish to eviscerate.
Open your eyes,
Kind of like a Whole
believe,
Foods.
man.
So, you can imagine my shock when I learned that those white bitches were trying to gentrify the moon.
Oh.
They are ruining the amazing local
But when are
culture
we going to
of,
get some fights in cities? When are we going to get
California.
urban population?
I hope it's becoming obvious that fighting these things under normal circumstances is what we call same-day shipping to God. What the fuck? Fortunately for us, though, we have access to a wide variety of unique and hilarious tools, which are only
What do you
accessible by
mean? These are
inputting
just
a
perfect
series of
tools
hand
for spreading
signs,
democracy.
informally known as airstrike jutsu. Whether it's big airstrikes, bigger airstrikes, biggest airstrike the engine can sustain, or airstrikes that specialize in killing
Or
everything
airstrikes that bring in weapons to deploy extra airstrikes, like a quasar cannon. I'm just saying, everything is diplomatically viable when it comes to spreading democracy.
except the enemy. There are so many bad guys with so much damage to be done that the most challenging part
Good luck, Prayer
is
Fear.
keeping your
My
team out
local
of the blast
democracy
radius.
officer is me.
I got 500 kilogram ready.
Is that whiskey? It's whiskey! I know that lady! That's my friend! Whiskey was playing with fucking Maxor and she didn't invite me. Nobody invites me to play games. Nobody invites me to do shit.
What have you fucking done? And yes, you do have to throw them, which means you can drop them, throw the wrong asset, and even attach them to enemies that are running into you. My personal favorite combination is definitely the
Man,
napalm
I
and
too
chlorine
love
gas
living the no
for when
friends
you really,
life.
really
Mighty
want your
face.
enemies to feel pain. Inside and out. We also offer a gluten-free variety. Now, of course, airstrikes are the
Dude,
only thing we can deliver.
I'm like no cap. I've never been in a mission where somebody else unironically uses the smoke or EMS. Thing is though, they're really good. But you know what else is good? Killing the bug or the robot. You don't need to crowd control what's dead, which I think is the kind of diametrically opposed problem with the stratagems, is that the crowd control stratagems are so specific and niche that you're better off just bringing something that can kill them quicker. So until we start getting big, like, much more specific missions where using smoke and EMS is required, at that point you're just better off bringing the things that can kill them.
Just most of them, because here at the Defense
I mean, I've used smoke
we take care to
sometimes on
provide,
TomTom missions,
to provide.
but... Yo, Acolyte, thank you for the reset, dude. Thank ya. Here's the thing. The reason why you probably won't use smoke or EMS is because the need for smoke and EMS is completely countermanded by using explosive resistant armor. Now, theoretically, if you're not using smoke explosive resistant armor, then you would probably want to then use smoke or EMS to compensate, because you want to have some survivability. If you're going up against automatons and you don't have something that prevents them from shooting missiles right up your rectum, you're probably going to die all the time.
Why can't I say words? A wide array of support tools. And by support tools, I mean the machine gun, which are crucial and necessary for fighting
But also
literally
completely
anything.
useless in most
We've
situations.
Got flamethrowers, jetpacks,
Anything that
automatic
can't
lasers
do,
that demand human
weak
sacrifice.
spot damage is
Average
useless.
American police taser with unlimited
Yo,
ammo,
Grimard, thank you
automatic
for following.
targeting, and a vendetta against teammates. For when you really hate
It's just a little zappy time. It's just a little zappy time. You know, it's just to remind your teammates that you're there. if they're in the way and get zapped themselves, it's not your fault that they weren't aware of your friendly fire capabilities. I have how many hours do I have in Helldivers? Hold up. We're gonna test it. I want to prove a point. I have 188 hours in Helldivers, which by comparison to some is nothing. But after 188 hours, only yesterday did I have my very first ever mission where we suffered no friendly fire casualties. And we even got a message when we got back to the ship where the person inside the ship was like, wow, 0 friendly fire incidents. That'll certainly reduce the amount of paperwork we need to do today.
Everything in a general direction. Railguns that encourage you to fire volleys like Napoleon.
Sticks!
Napoleonic line infantry. It also has 2 fire modes called safe mode and unsafe mode. And of course, the
man, I remember when Helldivers first came out and everybody used the rail cannon.
That is the last time I buy a fucking
I'm
Tesla.
kind of glad they've managed to make it so
personal
that
favorite
every
strategy
weapon has
involves
its
everyone
viability.
giving their mechs to the designated disabled man, who will proceed to stay inside of 6 different wheelchairs for 40 minutes. And
Okay,
as a
average
caveat, we
average
force him
max or
to crawl on
comment.
the ground between mechs. For
Wouldn't be a
immersion
Maxwell video
reasons.
without some
But honestly,
kind of
all of these
offensive
fantastic
mention
tools
towards the
absolutely pale in
demographic of some
comparison
kind.
to the fast and convenient
That's what makes
resupply
him lovable.
of GamerSup's energy drinks, here to give you a fantastic boost to your gaming abilities, which, if you want to win this battle, I will now expect of you.
Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Yes, there are meta weapons, but the great thing is, every weapon's viable. It's all about playstyle. And yes, you will get to a point with the set high-level missions where you're like, well, I mean, I could bring those other weapons that are fun to use, but do they really blow things up as effectively? No. But they're still fun as fuck to use, which Helldivers has done a very good job of balancing.
We and the Chinese are not going to be taking back Osto 2 on 8 hours of
dog.
sleep. But they
This
did
isn't a
also
beach,
release
this
a
is a
sleep aid.
bathtub.
In case somebody gives you too much energy. How am I getting away with this shit? GamerSupps comes in many different flavors, such as Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000, Grandpa's Ashes, and good.
Dude, I'm not even sure what flavor I would have if I
at the
had a
low
game
price
flavor.
of 40 cents
Probably
per
cringe
stringent,
factor.
which is literally
Actually, that's a
cheaper
really
than
good.
the
That sounds
dirt
a
I
really
am
good
dying
flavor.
over.
You'd be like
I
lemon,
went to Amazon
berry
and checked.
flavor. and
So if you are still watching this video
ADHD
somehow,
flavor.
and God bless you if you are, you can have GamerSupps delivered with 10% off by opening the description and clicking the special stratagem code. What else do we have? We have sentry guns in case you really don't want to play the
sentries!
game. As
When
well
you
as
really
a
want to just
strange amount
let
of primaries
your
that
own fate out of
are
your own
child
hands.
safe. Can't wait for the devs to nerf this one and say some shit like, sorry, Helldivers, Command sent us rigatoni instead of railgun shells. Now, in this kind of environment with this many fireworks.
I hope they do not take away friendly fire. I am so tired of games coming out these days that baby you. Like, oh, I'm sorry for inconveniencing your gaming experience. I'm sorry. Like, fuck, what was it, Halo? Was it Halo that got rid of friendly fire? Dude, why can't we just live in a world where people have to live with their consequences? I think the whole thing of griefing and having friendly fire is part of the endearment of some games. Like, I remember back in the day, like in Halo 2 and Halo 1, if you picked up a sniper rifle in your game, you were equally likely to be killed by your own team so that they could take the sniper rifle from you. And then they got rid of friendly fire because it's like, oh, little baby, sorry for inconveniencing you. Oh, sorry. Like, how pathetic. Thankfully, I'm glad we have games like Helldivers and Baldur's Gate that are setting the standard as to how to actually make games.
Casualties are not just expected. They are required.
They are.
You don't really get to 12 million by being an easy game, which is why, upon the occurrence of my teammate's tragic passing, I will gain the ability to replace my friends with a legally distinct Helldiver, ready to fight and die for the worst planets you have ever seen. Like my brother in Christ, you
When
are
are we gonna
fighting
get
over
to
the
fight in
Arizona
cities?
Ice-T world. Missions in this game are
Look, you're just
usually
not seeing the
comprised
true
of
beauty of
exploring
these
new
planets.
and fantastic worlds.
It's about the resources and what they
building
provide
a
the
Walmart
Commonwealth.
Supercenter on them. local residents be damned. To that end, we have a great diversity of missions,
Like, I've absolutely,
geological
absolutely
surveys,
been killed by my
rescuing
teammates
civilians
for somebody
who
wanting to
move
steal
their
my
heads
quasar
like
cannon.
confused avians. He's like a chicken. Spreading industrial amounts of carcinogenic gas and launching the fucking nuclear missile. We did it, Patrick. We saved Istanu.
Guys,
along
whatever
with a myriad of side
other people
objectives,
might try
which
and tell you, those
usually boil
rogue
down to,
those
killing
rogue
everything
radio
that moves.
stations.
And occasionally,
Super
loading a gun
Earth
that will do it for
is
you.
not doing
We
anything
don't really talk about the
surreptitious.
eradicate missions because they
The
tend to
bug
play
spray
themselves,
that they
all in
injected into the
service to
skies was
liberate a
not
planet by an
mutagen.
astounding
It definitely did not enhance the bugs in any way.
0.003%. This isn't a fucking charity, alright? Reach 100% liberation and lose all of it the very next day. I am currently reporting to you from the 5th Siege of Hellfire. Planets in Helldivers also have a unique blend of beautiful environments, like the Heaven planet, where it is impossible to escape God's light. The constant
Actual
meteor
footage
storm planet,
from,
where it is illegal to stand still. The Fire Tornado planet.
And Orlando.
The weird fucking animal planet. I'm going to call you Genghis Shingles Ringer. And the planet that, before it was removed from the game, randomized your airstrikes, which made the process of calling a resupply much more interesting.
Oh.
Please put this back in the game.
Comedic timing sent me. I'm such a simple bitch.
Look, Helldivers is a game that gives you a lot of tools and a lot of places to use them. So honestly, the task of describing it all
How
to
about
you
staying
is
close to your teammates because
not
they're
my
too
fucking
stupid
job.
to know that you're
The
coming in with a
developers are literally
pack
adding
load.
things faster than I can show them to you. I began making this video before mechs existed, so inevitably when the day comes.
That's another thing as well. You absolutely full well know that if this was any other developer, every time they brought out a new like update with the mechs and the weapons, they would monetize the fuck out of those. But the fact that everything that like these guys are up, this is not even a very big developer. These guys have maybe like 100 people working at their studio, which is nothing, by the way. And these guys are still able to put out new content faster than most studios with 1,000 people. And I've talked about the problems with AAA studios before, but you know, it's setting the example about how games should be made.
Comes that Arrowhead adds the secret third faction that we don't legally know anything about. I guess I'll be making a video about it, as long as this one gets views. Overall.
Oh no! He made a self-referential thing. If you guys didn't see, his Baldur's Gate video tanked. He was so upset with his Baldur's Gate video that he had to change the thumbnail. He tried everything to get that video to get some traction, and it's still, I mean, for him, 1 million views after a month is really bad for him, considering this one's gotten 1 million in 7 days. I feel kind of, I saw him making a tweet about this and how upset he was with it, that he changed the artwork and everything. I think he just resigned himself to the fact that it's a done video at this point. I don't even know why it failed.
Here to give you a fantastic boost to your gaming abilities, which, if you want to win this battle, I will now expect of you. We in the Chinese are not going to be taking back Osto 2 on 8 hours of sleep, but they did also release a sleep aid. In case somebody gives you too much energy, how am I getting away with this shit? Gamer Subs comes in many different flavors, such as Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000.
Wet dog curry flavor. Problematic parent flavor. Crippling ADHD flavor. To name just a few that I would instill if I was managed to get partner with GG Subs. G Fuel.
Grandpa's Ashes.
Oh god.
And,
now they're never gonna
good.
sponsor me.
It's just good. All at the low price of 40 cents per stratagem, which is literally cheaper than the dirt I am dying over. I went to Amazon and checked. So if you are still watching this video,
and yet we best not talk about the cost of the war. Every single hell pod in this game is worth a working Joe's yearly salary.
Now, and God bless you if you are. You can have Gamer Subs delivered with 10% off by opening the description and clicking the special stratagem code. What else?
Wait, didn't we have this bit already? Oh my god, I'm so ADHD. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. It's fine, guys. We just had to let that sponsor roll again. You're welcome, Maxwell. You don't get only one advertisement. You get 2. You had 2. Zia, thank you for the resub.
Helldivers 2 is an absolute chaotic mess, where every mission
Chaotic
begins
mess,
and
like my
ends with
editing
the
of this video
assumption
will have to be.
that we are not going to make it, and yet somehow, some way, I still
nothing
find
like
a way to
making that
disappoint my
by the skin of your
friends.
teeth.
Some may consider it difficult, while others may consider it fucking bullshit. But personally, surviving against all odds in the face of complete, absolute absurdity is a big reason that I still love this game. No matter how many games.
And I will say that this is the ultimate thing about Helldivers. Being good doesn't matter, because you can still have fun whilst eating shit. You can fail in the most spectacular way possible. And I said this in the video that I made. It does not matter how good you do. It does not matter how well you do. It does not matter how effective you are. At the end of the day, watching a swath of bugs explode into giblets, watching a strider topple over is fun as fuck. And I will knuckle down and help reinforce the idea that you can play games without having to gatekeep, to min-max, to have to focus on endgame, that you can have a game that is a very open circuit like this, with no real goals or story, and make it enjoyable.
Game-breaking bugs they introduce. Sorry, Helldivers. This gun's accuracy rating is so high that it causes integer overflow. And with the Galactic War still ongoing, our story of spreading managed democracy has only just begun. We have the ships. We have the weapons.
Starship
we need
reference.
soldiers. Soldiers like the angry Chinese guy. Service guarantees affordable healthcare.
No, it
they'll
doesn't.
keep fighting, and they'll win.
That sounds like cope.
As long as the bug front plays the game today. On a more personal note, the Ministry of Truth extends its gratitude to all of its very kind patrons, enabling and financing our propaganda on a truly galactic scale. Your money is being put to excellent use, making only the funniest and most original content.
I still have to play
Anyways,
this game.
Time to report to my execution now.
Now that was some treason right there. They didn't even talk about the gloriousness of Super Earth. Oh my god, I absolutely love Maxor. These videos are so well made. I cannot wait until I've stabilized myself so I can start putting my own work in like this. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the content. I hope you enjoyed it. I apologize if this first video back will be horrendously edited. I promise, in the near future, we will get into some actual tandem of well-maintained content. Until then, however, thank you for putting up with my bullshit. Drop by the Twitch side of things, come by and say hi, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll also leave a link to this video down in the description so you can go give Maxor some love as well, which you should have done already. You bitches. Bye!